Yeah. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. Yo, real quick before we get into the meat and potatoes, yo, shout out to Loot Mogul, man. Loot Mogul continues to, push the culture forward and find innovative ways for people's money to make money. So you all know what Loot Mogul is, right? Loot Mogul is a trivia, it's an app that you can play trivia, sports trivia with your family and friends and win real money. But this is the spin to the Loot Mogul that I think is going to take everything to the next level for everybody that's involved with it. Loot Mogul is now allowing people to take their winnings in the form of Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. So Loot Mogul is now allowing people to win money with their winnings. You know what I'm saying? Because you could get your winnings in the form of Bitcoin, and Bitcoin prices go up all the time. So say you win $300 on Loot Mogul, next month your $300 that you won from Loot Mogul could be $600 worth of Bitcoin. It's just crazy, man. I'm gonna put the link to the description, man. I'm gonna put this Loot Mogul link. I'm gonna tag it and everything, man. Win some money, turn your money into money, man. It's just amazing, man. Let's talk about, let's talk about the cornerback situation in this upcoming draft. Let's talk about it, because a lot of people are under the impression, in my opinion, that somehow, some way we can afford to waste this 6th pick on a cornerback. Now, there's some good cornerbacks. Patrick Surtain is a dog. Caleb, you know what I mean, is a dog. You know what I'm saying? It's some dudes out here that I think that could, make some noise. But are we really ready to commit the 6th overall pick to a cornerback? I got a couple theories on why we shouldn't. First of all, I don't even think cornerback is the highest need on this team when you're talking about defensive backs as a whole. I think it's more important to grab some safeties, because Rodney McLeod is older. He's coming off an injury. Jalen Mills, is he a true safety? Is he a cornerback? Is he even going to be there? I think it will behoove you to go out there and get a safety. Now, I know we still got Kayvon Wallace. I know we still got some dudes who probably can show some promise. But from a cornerback standpoint, I would only entertain drafting a cornerback with this 6th overall pick if for some fact that we get rid of Darius Slay. Then you might need another cornerback anyway. But I still wouldn't do it at 6. You know what, man? I think a lot was proven by Jim Schwartz last year in his system and the way he does things. I just don't think he has a cornerback-friendly system. I don't. I think Jim Schwartz's defensive scheme is based upon how fast he can get to the opposing team's quarterback. He don't have a cornerback-friendly system. Slay went to the Pro Bowl, the last 3 years until he got to Philly? Slay had 1 pick last year. 1 pick. He went to a scheme that wasn't friendly to cornerbacks. Now, you never know what Jonathan Gannon's scheme is going to be and how it's going to affect the play of our cornerbacks. I think before you think about wasting a 6th round pick in this draft, you got to see what Jonathan Gannon is going to be able to do. I think if you put Sidney Jones in the right system or the right situation, he's a good cornerback. I think the same about Rasul Douglas. Those two guys took the fire for a system that was already bad, and we just have been making it work for a couple years now. They took the brunt of it. Now, they were burnt toast in man-to-man coverage, but almost everybody is. Almost everybody is. You know what I'm saying? We heard how good Rager looked in practice and drills last offseason. We heard how good he looked. We did. But he wasn't burning everybody every Sunday. And that goes for a lot of wide receivers on our roster. So I say that to say this: the 6th pick. Listen. Says who we need another cornerback? Says who right now? You don't know what this scheme is going to be. You don't know how this scheme is going to materialize out. You just don't know. So I think you got to give Jonathan Gannon. Listen, this is going to be a totally different team. I think a lot of people are forgetting that. This team that's going to take the field next year is not going to play like a Doug Peterson or a Jim Schwartz coach team, because they won't be coached by those guys anymore. This is going to be a different philosophy. There is no tape. Erase all the tape that you had on the Philadelphia Eagles during the Carson Wentz era. Erase all the tape. Everything is brand new. Everything is different. The way we play defense is different. I don't expect our cornerbacks to be left on the island. I don't expect them. I expect Maddox to have a good year. And if we keep Slay, I expect Slay to, hold it down as the OG vet in that cornerback room. I expect Slay to have even better year. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I got to give Jonathan Gannon, a guy who coached the #1 defense with Minnesota. He was the defensive back coach, actually. You know what I mean? He wasn't the defensive coach for Minnesota. He was the defensive back coach the year that Nick Foles and the Philadelphia Eagles took out the #1 defense in the NFC Championship game. He was on that opposing sideline, and they had some really, really good cornerbacks on that team. They did. So maybe this dude knows how to coach him. You know, you got to give these dudes the benefit of the doubt. There will be a learning curve in all aspects of everything next season. There will be a learning curve. I'm telling you, man, that was not impossible for us to win 10 games or win this division. It's not impossible at all. But there will be a learning curve. This is going to be a very important offseason for the Philadelphia Eagles, a very important training camp. By God, I hope we do get preseason football because we need it. We need it this year. We need preseason football. You know what I'm saying? And as far as a cornerback go, no, I'm not a fan of a cornerback. I'll take Micah Parsons before I take a cornerback. I'm not a fan of a cornerback, man. I'm just not a fan of it. And I don't think we thinking logically of the needs of the team and the state the team is in. You know what I mean? We're just not thinking logically. So I'll pass on the cornerback, especially after I seen what happened with Jeff Okudah. Everybody wanted Jeff Okudah. He went third. He went third. And last year in the draft, I said that a lot of these guys in the top 10 are being bullied to pick some of these guys. You know what I mean? Just plain old bully. Well, I don't think Detroit was bullied because Slay was gone. You know what I mean? He went to the Philadelphia Eagles, obviously. So they needed somebody to take over for Slay. And they got a dude at 3 what did he have? He had 1 interception and 2 pass deflections. That's not a 3rd round pick. I mean, that's not a #3 overall pick. You know what I mean? But it is what it is, though. Now, we don't want to trade Slay and invest heavily in that position at the 6th overall pick and be in the same situation with our own quote-unquote Jeff Okudah. We don't want to move like that, man. We don't want to move like that. You know, cornerback, it's just at that high, nah, it don't make sense, man. It don't make sense. The last cornerback that I screamed for in the draft, I think probably was Greedy Williams, and I wasn't screaming for him in the 1st round. You just can't scream for everybody in the 1st round. You know what I mean? Let's make this make sense, and, you know, let's polish off a real good draft and come out with some gems in this draft, because there are some gems in this draft. But you can't trade out of this 6th spot. I don't agree with that. It's just, you know, a cornerback ain't the answer either. But we're going to keep evaluating, and we're going to keep seeing what is the answer as we get closer to it. So I will be hopping on Philly 500's channel next Thursday, 4 p.m. Make sure you tap into that. It's going to be lit. You know what I mean? And new content daily, man. Make sure you tap in with Lunchtime with the Bullies tomorrow around lunchtime. And, you know, we're going to keep it moving that way, man. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. Thank you all. And tap in with the Loot Mogul. Get some of this chicken, man.